150 years ago, a giant solar flare heaved a chunk of the sun into our planet. It knocked out the world's first primitive electric system, the telegraph. Experts agree the next strike is overdue. What would happen if the same size storm struck our modern world right now? Would we survive? Peaceful starlit night, when all of a sudden, the power goes out. And a family making dinner gets a nasty surprise.
You get shocked because there would be very strong and sudden currents flowing through these wires.
You would have sparks, you would have fires, you would have short circuits of anything electrical.
Compared with even a nuclear war, that'd be terrible and a lot of people would die, but losing the electric grid would kill a lot more people.
12 hours after the lethal solar flare strikes, electrifying the atmosphere. High-tension wires and transformers have been obliterated.
Our transformer systems actually would fuse. The wiring inside would just simply melt down and fuse.
Giant transformers, which convert energy between two or more devices, are the backbone of the world's electric system. They take up to 2 years to build, and national security experts warn that there are no backups. The blackout disables vital pumps that maintain water pressure.
A lot of municipal water supplies are actually run by electric pumps. If there's no electricity, there's no electric pumps keeping this water supply active.
No water to drink, no water to flush toilets and provide sanitation.
The pump at the gasoline station was electric, so you can't even fill up your 5-gallon can that you've got in the garage.
The modern food system is also totally dependent on electricity.
In our regional food warehouses, we only have enough food to feed the population for 30 days. After 30 days, there is no food. And in fact, after 72 hours, the emergency generators that keep the food cool run out of gas, and its food starts to spoil.
The entire global financial system runs on electricity.
The bank doesn't have a pile of money sitting in a vault for you back there that you can then access. It's a bunch of bits, dots and dashes that are stored in electronic computer systems that will be inaccessible. So suddenly your lifetime savings could be wiped out. It is likely that we would revert to a barter economy.
In September of 1859, the mother of all solar flares hit the planet Earth. It's called the Carrington event. Telegraph operators recorded enormous anomalies, fires, sparks taking place, and telegraph wires being electrified as if by magic.
A similar phenomenon of massive blackouts could be caused by the detonation of a nuclear bomb in space. The energy released would cause an electromagnetic pulse, or EMP.
They were first discovered in 1962 when both the Americans and the Russians detonated in orbit nuclear weapons. And both the Russians and the Americans were surprised at how long these waves reached and knocked out the transformers.
Hardening the grid is a remarkably simple, inexpensive process, as little as $10 to $15 billion.
Nobody has ever really lived through anything of this nature, so it's very difficult for people to even fathom its existence.
Electromagnetic pulse is essentially a peculiarly sized nuclear device that becomes a giant lightning strike. It doesn't kill by radiation or by the power of the shock wave, but it knocks out all the electrical appliances, including the generating system that produces the electricity, including cars that have traditional electrical devices, all the telephones, And if you look at the size of the electrical generating system, it's not replaceable. I mean, the length of time it takes to replace that, particularly in a society which has lost electricity, is staggering. 7 nuclear physicists to study what the effect would be. These are all people who come out of the Cold War era. They'd all worked for the Defense Department. They were all experts in nuclear weaponry. And they came back and said unanimously, this is a catastrophic threat waiting to happen, and that North Korea, China, and Russia all understand it and are all working on it.